Hey team, and welcome back to the channel. Your friendly neighborhood fishing expert here, ready to break down the week ahead, from the 5th to the 11th of January, 2026. And friends, let me tell you, this week is shaping up to be a classic summer story. It's a tale of two halves, starting with a little bit of challenge and moving into what could be one of the best fishing windows we've seen all season. We're going to see a major shift in conditions that will get the big fish moving, and I'm going to tell you exactly how to be in the right place at the right time. So, grab a coffee and let's dive into the details because you will not want to miss this. First up, let's talk about our two main targets for this glorious summer period, the mighty snapper and the brutal kingfish. These guys are the stars of the show right now, and here's my playbook for targeting them this week. For snapper, with the water temperatures pushing that magic 20 degrees Celsius mark, they're going to be pushing right up into the shallows, especially during the dawn and dusk periods. I'm talking about casting soft baits in 1 to 3 meters of water over the kelp beds. A 7-inch jerk shad in a natural baitfish color will be deadly. Also, don't neglect the channels during tide changes. A simple, stray-line rig with a hole pilchard or a big chunk of squid cast just up current of some structure could see you hooking into a real trophy-sized red. The key is to be stealthy, the water is clear, and these bigger, smarter fish are easily spooked. Now for the kingfish, or kingis, as we love to call them. This week, especially during that stable weather patch midweek, is prime time for topwater action. You'll want to be looking for any surface activity, birds working, baitfish getting pushed up. The kingis will be right there. Get out the big gear, friends. A heavy spinning setup with a big stick bait or a popper is the way to go. Work the prominent headlands and offshore reefs where the current is running hard. If the topwater bite is slow, a live mackerel or kahawai slow trolled around those same areas is almost guaranteed to get you a hookup. Remember, kingis are thugs, so your gear, knots, and hooks need to be 100% perfect. Now let's break down the why. Understanding the conditions is what separates the lucky fishers from the expert anglers. First, the weather. We're starting the week with some light rain, which will keep things a bit unsettled. But then from about Wednesday, a beautiful big high-pressure system is set to build over the country. This means clear skies, bright sun, and light winds. Fish absolutely love stable high pressure. It makes them feel secure, they move around more freely, and they feed much more predictably. The temperature is also on a lovely warming trend, climbing into the mid-20s Celsius, which keeps the fish's metabolism high. Second, the water temperature. We're sitting at that peak summer level around 19 to 20 degrees Celsius. This is the engine room for our fishery. The baitfish are abundant and the predators are in a feeding frenzy to fuel their high-energy lifestyles. Third, the moon phase. We are coming directly off a full moon from the weekend. This is significant. The days following a full moon often feature strong tidal currents and aggressive feeding patterns, especially in the mornings. As we move through the waning gibbous phase towards the last quarter on Sunday, the bite might shift more towards the tide change times rather than being an all-day affair. So pay close attention to your tide charts. Finally, the general activity. It's peak summer, friends. The fish are here, they are big, and they are hungry. This is the time of year we all dream about, and this week's conditions, particularly from the middle of the week onwards, are lining up to be just about perfect. All right, let's get into the nitty-gritty, the day-by-day forecast you've been waiting for. Monday, the 5th of January. I'm rating the bite as good. We'll likely see some of that leftover light rain, which can actually be a good thing as it chops up the surface and makes the fish less wary. The post-full moon tides will have the fish feeding, so focus on those morning and evening tide changes. A great day for stray lining in the channels. Tuesday, the 6th of January, another good day on the cards. The conditions will be very similar to Monday, with a bit of cloud cover and maybe a light shower. The barometer will be starting to rise and the fish will feel this. They might be a little more aggressive today, so try something that creates a bit of action, like a slow-pitch jig or a vibrant soft bait. Wednesday, the 7th of January. Friends, this is where it all changes. I'm calling this one excellent. The high pressure arrives, the sun comes out, the winds drop, and the fishing should be fantastic. This is your day to break out the topwater gear and hunt for kingfish. The snapper will be actively feeding in the shallows at dawn before the sun gets too high. Thursday, the 8th of January. It just gets better. I'm rating Thursday as excellent again. We have a peak in the air temperature today, hitting around 25 degrees. It will be warm, sunny, and calm. This is a perfect day to be out on the water. The bite should be consistent for most of the day, but the low light periods will still be the absolute best. Friday, the 9th of January. You guessed it. Another excellent day. The conditions are holding steady with that beautiful high-pressure system sitting right on top of us. This is a great day to take a long cast with a friend or family member. The fishing will be reliable and it's just a perfect day to be outdoors. Pack the sunscreen. Saturday, the 10th of January. I'm giving Saturday a rating of excellent. This is your prime weekend day. The temperatures are set to be the warmest of the week, hitting 26 degrees. The fish will be very active. This is the day to target a personal best. Get out to your favorite spot early and make the most of this incredible weather window. Sunday, the 11th of January. I'm rating Sunday as good, but with a change on the way. We're transitioning into the last quarter moon, and a spot of rain is forecast to return. Often, the fishing can be electric right before a change. The fish can sense it and go on a last-minute feeding spree. So, don't sleep in. Get out there early and you could be well rewarded before the weather turns. So there you have it, my friends. An absolutely stellar week of fishing is on the cards, especially from Wednesday through to Saturday. Get the gear ready, get the boat fueled up, and make a plan. Opportunities like this don't come around every week. Thanks for tuning in. Wishing you all tight lines and screaming reels. And as always, please hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and drop a comment below. I'd love to hear what your plans are for the week. Are you going to be chasing the reds or hunting the kings? Let me know. Until next time, get out there and make some memories. Cheers.